I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Это все было все. Хотя, блин, мне, ну игра, конечно, топовая. Пока очень все нравится. Мы через окошко пойдем? Ну, ладненько, давай аккуратненько только. За все это время тут могло подгнить.
This would be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Спутник. Нет, слушай, тут более-менее современно все уже.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Комната прабабушки.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Так, кислородное дыхание тут, баллон. Дедуля, телевизор. Так, вот ее дневник, кажется.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Это вот где мы сейчас.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Ясненько.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Понятно. Так, вот мы разобрались с Одином, да. Курлык. Духи, таблетки. Акула. Подожди-ка. Мне кажется, у нас живот, как будто это мы не беременны случайно. Не, ну действительно как-то странно.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Ага, это вот на переднем дворе. Edith Finch. Построена в 1937 году. Ну, не создана. Finch.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Кассетки.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Кстати, да.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Человек-крот. Нормально. Так, и тут у нас... слушай. Смотри-ка. Боб. Бирпи. Птички. Здесь увековечила их всех. Гирпи. Пурпи. Лирпи. Род. Фирпи вроде бы. Ну, ясненько.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ничего себе. Ого. Тут туалет, что ли? Как тут, наверное, мягко. Нам?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Розовую ванну.
It was a pretty big trace.
Да, это очень заметно. Так, дневничок. Хорошо. Сейчас мы отправимся. О, тут что-то, подожди, другое, кажется, спрятано. Какая-нибудь штучка, чтобы пройти
There's a
дальше.
secret in this bathroom.
Шкафчик, я так
It's in
понимаю.
the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
Ага. Так, не надо, не надо, не надо, не надо. Вот так вот.
It's hidden in this book.
Идти колотить. Слушай, дом просто полон чудес. Я даже себе такой хочу. Люблю такие потайные штучки.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Угу. Уже проявочная целая тут. Мамка с папкой. Ага. Кевин Финч. Типа убежище такое своеобразное. Милтон на качелях. Опа-па. Вот мы и пришли в комнату Милтона и Сэма. А, Келвина. Чего ты, блин? Грамота какая-то. Сэм. Димон, сколько этих, да, пленки. И копыта. Так.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Сейчас посмотрим сначала, что тут у нас внизу есть. Такс. Ну-ка, ну-ка. Так, секундочку. Опа-па. Слушай, столько секретов у этого дома, что я просто... может, не будем залезать? Подожди. Сейчас посмотрим, что там наверху было. Слушай, нам двери-то особо и не нужны. Мы можем так
I guess
везде
my grandpa
пройти.
didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Ничего себе.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Да, красивая игра, очень красивая.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Иду, мамка. Кто-то идет. Ой. Так, слушай, там кто-то рисует, или мне кажется? Смотри-ка, вдалеке. И там кто-то позирует еще. Это что? Нас же вроде покушать позвали, а мы тут это фигней маемся. Сейчас, на всякий случай. Не, мы не можем ничего такого сделать, поэтому давайте раскачаемся так, чтобы улетели. Опасно, конечно.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Пожалуйста, только не надо. Качалька, не делай этого.
I told him going around was impossible.
Мне
Maybe
страшно.
if I hadn't said that,
Не надо.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
О нет,
then
прошу
maybe
вас.
he'd
Не
still
надо
be
так.
here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Зачем? Зачем вы
That's
мне
what I want to
заставляете
remember
это
about my
делать?
brother.
О, боже мой, не надо. Прям. Не надо. Не надо. Не надо. Не надо. Не надо.
His mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Честно, что-то у меня это прям дыхание сперло от этого момента. Слушай, это у меня
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
это ведь что-то слишком, блин, как-то и жалко. Просто, блин.
Mom said Grandpa
просто
Sam
слов нету.
enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Как-то печально это все. Мечта в каком-то смысле сбылась. Полететь.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Так, слушай, это мы отсюда, да, вышли? Ну, мы можем пойти здесь. Бах-бага.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
А я уж подумал, что текстурки 99-й год, как будто бы.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Опа-на.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Нифига себе.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Рик, ты где? Рик! Что с тобой? Кровь.
She found Rick's clutch and imagined the worst.
Rick?
Ай, да-да-да.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Так, сейчас тоже кому-нибудь. Что такое? Не понял.
Walter, are you there?
Вольтер. Ты где?
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
В смысле?
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Ща я тебе засеку, ублюдок. Попаданием.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Так, напряженненько, конечно. Да ладно. Из-за угла надо сейчас дымить.
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Кто это тут пришел, а?
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
О, нет. В смысле?
Oh dear.
Что?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Нифига себе.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Ухохочешься. Ох. Слушай, не, блин.
Edie told
это,
me all
конечно,
Barbara
это...
wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Не, я надеюсь, это все, конечно, придумано. Вот мы и разобрались с Барбарой. Пицца? Это пицца-пирог или что-то такое, да? Попкорн. Так, ну теперь ясно, мы можем выходить отсюда.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Мы ее, кстати, включали, так что давайте еще раз попробуем, и мы сможем попасть в подвал. Кстати говоря, стемнело уже. вечереет. А света-то у нас и нету. Так что я даже не знаю, как мы ночью будем тут ходить, бродить. Так, давай-ка до упора, получается, надо крутить. Да нет, тут... Ой, тихо. Спасибо. Вау. Так, ну что, наверное, сейчас найдем холодильник. Благо тут светло. Относительно. Так, тут у нас моющие средства. Стиралочки. Бойлер. Так, бильярд. Неплохо, неплохо такой, да? Поиграть. Циркулярка.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Ха-ха. Уколов от столбняка, типа это пораниться можно. Ну да, он тут поранились, чуть руку себе не отчекрыжил.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Так, вот теперь я уже ничего не вижу, честно говоря.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Опачки. Генератор? Серьезно? Так, подожди, сейчас в тот край сходим. Просто мало ли что-то подсветится. Нету. Но я удивлен, что генератор работает. Или он включился, когда мы дверь открыли.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Бункер? Нифига себе.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Так, дневничок Уолтер. Окошко типа на горы, озеро. Красиво вид. Так, ну что, давайте посмотрим.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
4 дня прожил, получается.
Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just...
Ничего. 2005 год уже.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Куда-то еще ниже. Хо-хо-хо. Библиотека.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun in my face.
Небесный свет. Волтер. Ой.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Да уж.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Так, давайте посмотрим, куда же это нас выводит.